You keep choosing the same person, different face, different name, different story, but the same ending, and you can't figure out why. You tell yourself this time will be different. This one sees you. This one gets you. This one won't hurt you, but they do. Every time. Because you're not choosing randomly. Your subconscious is following a pattern written before you could speak. And until you see it, you'll keep repeating it. Psychologists call it repetition compulsion. Freud first identified it in 1914, but the research has evolved. And what we know now is this: your brain is trying to solve an old problem, not a new one. When you were young, someone important was unavailable, emotionally distant, inconsistent, critical, absent, and your child brain asked a question: what do I need to do to earn their love? You never got a clear answer. So your brain kept trying. Different strategies, different behaviors, different versions of yourself. That question never got resolved. So your adult brain keeps asking it. But it doesn't ask consciously. It asks through who you're attracted to. Research from Columbia University found that people unconsciously choose partners who recreate their earliest attachment wounds, not because you want to suffer, but because your brain thinks, if I can make this person love me ... if I can make this one stay ... if I can make this one see me ... then I'll finally solve the original wound. But you can't. Because you're trying to heal a childhood wound with an adult relationship. And it never works. Here's the part that makes it worse. To your nervous system, familiar feels like safety, even when familiar is painful. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk wrote about this in The Body Keeps the Score. Trauma survivors often mistake arousal for attraction. That anxiety you feel when they don't text back. That fear when they pull away. That hypervigilance about their mood. Your body reads that as chemistry, because it feels like home. Not because home was good, but because home was familiar, and your nervous system learned. This is what love feels like. So, when you meet someone who's actually available, someone who texts back, someone who's consistent, someone who doesn't make you anxious, it feels wrong, too easy, too boring, no spark. You mistake peace for lack of passion, and anxiety for chemistry. This is the trap. You're not choosing what's best for you. You're choosing what's familiar, and familiar is killing you. Let me show you the 3 types you're probably repeating. Type 1, the dismissive avoidant. Emotionally unavailable, inconsistent with affection. Makes you work for crumbs of attention. This recreates having a distant parent. Your child brain learned, love means chasing someone who's always just out of reach. So, you keep choosing people you have to chase. Type 2, the volatile narcissist. Intense highs, devastating lows, constant drama. This recreates having an unpredictable parent. Your child brain learned, love means walking on eggshells and managing someone else's emotions. So, you keep choosing people you have to carefully manage. Type 3, the critical perfectionist. Nothing you do is quite good enough. Constant subtle criticism, moving goalposts. This recreates having a critical parent. Your child brain learned, love means earning approval by being perfect. So, you keep choosing people whose approval you can never fully earn. See the pattern. You're not choosing these people because they're attractive. You're choosing them because they're familiar. And familiar feels like an opportunity to finally get it right, to finally earn the love, to finally solve the wound, but you can't. Because the wound isn't in the present, it's in the past. Here's what's happening in your brain. You have neural pathways formed in childhood. Highways that say, this type of person equals love. Research on neuroplasticity shows these pathways strengthen with repetition. So, when you meet someone who fits the pattern, your brain releases dopamine, not because they're good for you, but because they're familiar. Your subconscious says, I know this person. I know how to be with this person. I know this dance. And that recognition feels like destiny. Meanwhile, someone healthy walks by, and your brain barely notices. Because they don't fit the pattern. They don't activate the old neural pathways. They feel like nothing. But healthy isn't nothing, it's just new. And new doesn't have a neural pathway yet. Which brings us to how you stop breaking the pattern in one decision. It's a process. Step 1. See the original wound. Not intellectually, emotionally, who was unavailable in your childhood. What did you have to do to try to earn their love? How did that make you feel? Write it down. Because you can't change a pattern you can't see. Step 2. Notice when the pattern activates. You meet someone new. You feel that pull. That instant attraction? Pause. Ask yourself, does this person remind me of someone? Not physically, energetically. The dismissive one feels like your distant father. The volatile one feels like your unpredictable mother. The critical one feels like whoever never approved. And when you notice it, you can choose differently. Step 3. Tolerate the discomfort of healthy. This is the hardest part. When you meet someone who's actually good for you. It will feel wrong, too available, too consistent, too boring. Your nervous system will scream, this isn't love, there's no chemistry. Don't listen, that's your trauma talking, not your intuition. Stay, even when it feels uncomfortable. Give your brain time to build new neural pathways. To learn, this is what healthy love actually feels like. It takes about 90 days. 90 days of staying with someone who doesn't activate your trauma. And something shifts, the discomfort fades. And what's left? Peace. Real peace. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear. You can't heal your childhood wound with an adult relationship. You can only heal it by grieving what you didn't get. And accepting that you won't get it from that parent, or from anyone who reminds you of them. The love you're chasing, it's not in the future. It's not waiting in the next person. It's in accepting what happened and giving yourself what you needed then. Now, that's when the pattern breaks. Not when you find the right person, but when you become the right person for yourself. You don't have to keep repeating the pattern. You just have to see it and choose differently. More on healing repetition compulsion next time.